Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. So we are here in Costa Rica, just finished touring a rainforest and had a fantastic lunch, traditional Latin American rice and beans and chicken. So I haven't figured out at this moment yet what I'm going to cook this episode, but rest assured we will be cooking something from Costa Rica. Also, be looking for Greg's video. He'll be making a drink from Costa Rica, and we've had some good ones. Greetings and welcome back to the Galley of the Sun. Yeah, as the intro said, we've recently been to Costa Rica, and the girls bought me two Costa Rican cookbooks. They enjoyed it so much. So Costa Rica, country in Central America, bordered by Nicaragua and Panama, and the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. A fantastic, beautiful country, very big on ecotourism. They got a population of about 5 million people. It is one of the very few countries in the entire world that does not have a standing army. They dissolved theirs in 1948. But that has nothing to do with Carne Mechada, which is what we're making today, an incredible beef dish. So let's get it going. So what I have here is my Ninja Foodi. She's a fantastic pressure cooker, among other things. We're using her for the pressure cooker function today. So in that is going to go 1 finely diced red bell pepper. It's totally up to you and your family's taste, but if it does have a sticker on it, I would take it off. It's up to you though. All right, so let's get that finely diced and chuck it in the pressure cooker. Next goes in, depending on your love for garlic, 2 to 5 cloves of finely minced garlic. And then 2 finely diced onions, sweet onions. And of course, we're going to chuck that in the pressure cooker. All right, in with our onions, peppers, and garlic goes a good couple healthy pinches of salt and pepper. And then finally, the carne of this Carne Mechada, some flank steak, somewhere between 2 and 3 pounds. This is going to end up being shredded, so you can just chuck the whole thing in there. I would fold it out first. All right, then last, we are going to put enough water in there to cover it. Alrighty, I'm happy with that. Then we're going to lock it, turn it on. We are set to high pressure. That is going to go for 90 minutes. All right. See you in an hour and a half after some shelt wipe application to my pants and shirt and a uniform change. We'll see you then. So our beef is done cooking in the pressure cooker. I have started a second pressure cooker with my rice, cooking on high for 2 minutes, as Instapot's like. Now we're going to get that beef out of the broth, and then we're going to finally shred it, which I can tell is going to be very easy because it's falling apart as I'm trying to pull it out. We're going to shred this flank steak as best we can, getting our long strands in it, much like what we did with our Venezuelan beef that we cooked earlier. We're going to reserve about 1/4 cup of this incredible broth, and then we're going to get it all put together, but we've got some work to do yet on the stove. So let's get that going. All right, as the director deftly gets that beef shredded, we are going to get our skillet here on medium-high heat. We're going to put in about 1 tablespoon of oil. The recipe says use olive oil. Remember, from an earlier episode, we made some achote infused oil, and we're going to use achote paste in this recipe, so it only makes sense that we take advantage of having that oil. Add a little bit more flavor. There we go. Got about 1 tablespoon of that in there. As soon as that starts to shimmer, we'll move on to the next step. All right, our achote oil is simmering, so in goes all of our onions and our red bell pepper. And we're going to basically saute these until they get good and caramelized. So probably take about 10 minutes or so. So when your onions and peppers are almost caramelized, that's when you want to add your garlic. So we're going to get that added in there, and we're going to stir that until it is aromatic. Should take about 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to the next step. Now, as always, all the ingredients and the directions are down in the description, so worry not, faithful viewer. We have you covered. All right, the garlic is good and aromatic. Now we're going to add all the rest of the ingredients. So in goes half a cup of tomato sauce, 2 tablespoons of brown sugar, a teaspoon of achote paste, and this stuff comes out basically like a block. So before I add the rest of it, I'm going to break this up. Looks like we have that squashed, ready to add everything else. 2 diced tomatoes, about a half a cup of diced cilantro, a 1/4 cup of that reserved broth that we cooked the flank steak in. Going to get all that incorporated real quick. Now in goes our beef, so expertly shredded by the director. We're going to get that all mixed together, and we're going to continue to cook this at a simmer until pretty much all the liquid is soaked up. Alrighty, let's give this a try. I'm going to eat mine with rice because I absolutely love rice. I do love tortillas too, but yeah. Give this a taste. While this is very similar to the Venezuelan dish that we did earlier, I think this has a hell of a lot more flavor. And I think that achote really adds a lot to it, as well as the diced tomatoes. So man, this came out absolutely amazing. You want to try this. Hey, if you like what you saw today, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and never miss an episode. What is your favorite Costa Rican dish? We're going to be doing a lot because, like I said, the girls got me 2 cookbooks. So there we go. Let me know. Thank you so much for joining us today. And until we see you next time, fair winds and following seas.